Hey, what's happening, YouTube? Chris Bevington here. I am a local realtor out here in the Phoenix area, Glendale, Arizona more specifically, but I kind of travel all over the valley. And so since we're jumping into YouTube, I figure what better way to get started than to do a little intro about myself. So if you guys have watched a video from the future, welcome. Because I'm going to try and reference that anybody who watches a down the road video on whatever topic I may be doing to maybe jump back and check out this intro video. But a little bit about me. I am 46 years young, got my license when I was 40, and it was absolutely terrifying. Like, I had been working in restaurants since I was 15 years old. So for 25 years, just literally doing only restaurants. It's the only thing I knew. And then COVID obviously kind of pulled the plug and all of that. Restaurants all over the valley and obviously all over the world just closing. And I was kind of already at a crossroads anyway before that happened. So it was kind of like a kick in the pants. You know, it was like now or never type scenario. With the restaurant closing, me not having a job, it was like, why get back into the restaurant industry and relearn all of that? Why deal with all of the COVID restrictions and everything else that came with it or that I was anticipating coming with it. So I put some feelers out, did some like personality profile tests and examinations, evaluations or whatever. Got some calls back from some recruiters, had a couple phone calls and just really hit it off with the recruiter at Hunt Real Estate, whose name was Madeline. And she's fantastic, and her and I just vibed right away. I really loved what I heard about Hunt Real Estate, a little bit smaller brokerage, but with the support and resources of a national company. Because, you know, again, 40 years old, starting a new career was like super terrifying for me. Even though I'm pretty confident and pretty capable, it was still nerve-wracking, man. Just get out there in like what you feel is like a very cutthroat, very competitive industry, and just to kind of go in like, hey, I'm new, what do I do? Was very crazy. So not only just the small vibes, the small brokerage vibes and the energy of the brokerage, but really the training, the mentorship program, the Kickstart resources that they had, the designated brokers and branch managers and branch directors and other agents that were always in the office and always willing to help out is ultimately what drew me to this company. And I haven't looked back, and I can't even really imagine any reason that I would ever make a change, honestly, at this point. So that was in 2020. And I shout out to my mentor, Jason, as part of the mentorship program here at Hunt, previously Hunt, now Revenry, obviously. I was just able to chase him around, follow him around, and just grind and like do nothing in terms of getting paid, no real estate transactions, but just paying attention to every webinar, every coaching session, every YouTube video, running around with Jason to show buyers homes, to do listing presentations, to look around at new build constructions, to just eavesdrop on his phone calls, and just hanging out at the office, picking everybody's brains, just listening to them talking about real estate. So again, like, because of COVID, I was luckily in a spot where I was getting unemployment, so I didn't necessarily have to sell a home right away or start making money in real estate. And I feel like that, in addition to all of the training and resources that I had at Hunt, really laid the foundation for, knock on wood, some early success in my career. So I didn't even do my first transaction until the beginning of the year in 2021. So 2021 was my first full year in real estate. Got my license August 2020, closed my first deal like in February or something of 2021. And it was crazy. Obviously, anybody who is out there buying or selling a home personally, or any of you out there, obviously, that were doing real estate, remember how crazy busy it was. So thankfully for me, and luckily, I was able to have like a really amazing year. I was Rookie of the Year for my brokerage nationwide, which was fantastic. It was awesome. I couldn't have done it with all the help and support of my mentor and all of my fellow agents here in the office. But on top of that, it was just like a crazy amount of experience just smushed into 1 year. I was doing dozens and dozens of showings a week and writing dozens of offers all the time for like the whole year. So it wasn't necessarily like super fun and super celebratory, like, yay, we're buying a house. It was more like, I'm so sorry they went with another offer, but we'll find one sooner or later, right? But so I would go every weekend without fail. Saturday and Sunday was like 8 a.m. meeting with 3 different buyers, 6 or 8 showings, sometimes 8 or 10 showings per person, and then finishing up 8, 9 o'clock at night. And then every weeknight, whenever anybody was out shopping, the second they would get off work, we would just be out looking at houses because they were selling so quickly. And again, I don't have to tell any of you that were out there buying or selling, know already how crazy it was. But it was so much experience. So even though the transactions, it wasn't like I did 100 in a year, I did like 16 or 17 or something for the first year. I was just out there racing around, taking tons of phone calls, doing tons of showings, writing tons of offers, learning how to navigate the market, having conversations with buyers, having conversation with lenders, having conversation with listing agents, and just getting so much experience. And so now that this will be my 5th full year, I guess August, I've had my license for 5 years now, and I'm creeping up on my 50th closed transaction in a couple weeks. I have a little bit more experience now anecdotally to do stuff like this, talk a little bit more about real estate, not just regurgitate some stuff I saw online or spit back something that someone in my office might have told me. I actually have real life experience, real fun stuff to talk about, real insight, actually, real expertise, dare I say. And while with this channel, I'm not going to say that I'm an expert on any one topic, obviously. We got at least experience, anecdotal evidence, stuff that's happened to me, stuff that's happened to my clients, things that I've been through with both buyers and sellers. So for this channel, I really want to kind of talk about that and have some fun. And honestly, I think that's how I run my whole business, is just having fun, but also working hard. So, we'll talk about this maybe in another video, but you can take what you do very seriously without taking yourself very seriously. So I'm a little bit silly. I'm super fun, but at the same time, I know what I'm doing. I'm a good real estate agent. I'm a great real estate agent, in fact. Luckily, I guess. And again, with a lot of the help and training and support that I've gotten from a lot of my colleagues, my mentor and everybody. So it's definitely not a one-man show. I have a lot of support and resources from lenders and title people, home inspectors, and just like everybody else, like over the years, I've met a ton of people that have been super helpful. So I'm not over here saying that I'm the best because of only me. I'm the best. I'm not the best. I'm very good at what I do. And we're going to hang out, talk a lot about that. And again, have some fun. So thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the channel. If you like the content, want to get some more, hit that like and subscribe. Stay tuned for much more fun videos.